Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Hope all is well where you are. Say hi if you're out there. Let me know if you're watching on replay. And we will get started in just a second. Let's see. Here's the front of the catalog, obviously coming in January. And I would like to know how many of my local peeps have got their catalog yet. And if you have gotten your catalog, could you tell me which is your favorite page of the catalog, or which is your favorite item in the catalog? I'd love to know. All right, just about give me one more second. There we go. And as always, thank you for watching and shopping with me. And we will get going. I wish I could show you more inside, but I can't. All right, so as I said last week, we were going to use grab it here, this paper pack, which is the Nature Walk. Okay, and I showed you that earlier, so if you haven't seen this paper, look back a video or two and you'll see me showing all of the different patterns and stuff of that paper. And then I also said that I was going to show you the dies and the stamps that go with it. So I'll put those there so you can see those. And then I thought, I think I also told you, but I'm not 100% for sure, so take it with a grain of salt, that I was going to still use this Endless Love dies and possibly stamp set. I did use the dies. All right, so the first thing I wanted to show you was these pieces here, and I thought this piece, but that ended up not to be true. So, as you can see here, this one cuts all the way out. These two, though, do not. They just cut holes and design, I guess, if you will. Okay? I also have a little piece of this one here, and I have, hold on, just reaching for it, this pretty one. I love when we have extra bits like this that are just gorgeous, and even this. And this is really fun. So, let's see what we're going to do with these today. Get this out of the way. I'm going to use that in a bit. We'll take those out of the way. Okay, so the first card I made was using the paper, using that heart, and this is the first card I made. It's also using Secret C for stamping on, and this new, it's in the Nature's Walk, so it's in the suite of Nature's Walk, and it's just a really light trim ribbon. Okay, all right, enough about that. And this is layered on a two pieces, so there's a white card base and then a layer of white, and then you can see I added that little textured element, just some pieces of the paper pack. This is also from the paper pack, and this one I did this nice big leaf, but in the Lost Lagoon. So that's card number 1. Card number 2, I thought I would pull in, set that up there for a second. I thought I would pull in the washi tape, okay? So this is the washi tape that has dies and stamps with it. And it can be a bit of a little bit, I want to say a little bit of a learning curve to use it. And I also looked up kind of what the colors were of the washi tape, and it's Secret Sea, Lost Lagoon, Cloud Cover, Misty Moonlight, and Garden Green. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside for a bit. And this is the same length. So, and if anybody else has something better of how to use it, please let me know. What I did was I just found a piece of scrap paper that was the same width and I put it down in that corner, kind of came up. And then what you want to do is just kind of go across. And you might get a little bit of puckering. It happens sometimes. But it is washi tape. And I'm sorry you can't see this, but I'm holding down the paper and pulling up the washi ever so gently just to get rid of those little buckles that I got. Okay? And then we're just going to smooth it out with our fingers, and ta-da! Now, I want to go back and cut this. Get a pair of scissors. And I'm trying to do it to where you can see what I'm doing. And then we can just pick this up. And then what I like to do is go from the middle. Sometimes if you go from the edge, you don't get it all the way down. And I'm just pushing down, again, keeping it nice and flat, whatever you want to call it, like so. And then if you get a little bit over the edge, just run it along with your scissors and cut it off. You could also fold it back, which I might just do. It's a little bit easier when I don't have it super close to me to see. So if there's anything hanging over, just fold it back and you can cut it off. Okay, so now we've got it on white, right? I always look to the back to make sure. I'm just rolling my finger over it. Okay, so there is that die that you could cut out most of these images, including these little tiny circles here. You know, hold that up so you can see it. And it's kind of got like a wax coating look to it. So you can punch all these out, including these little flowers. And what I did is I cut out some of those, and then I stamped from the, where is it? From this set, which is the Nature's Walk. I stamped this and this, cut it out, and cut out some of these pieces. And I trimmed it in some garden green and a garden green circle. These are from Stylish Shapes. And I just kind of layered them. Now, this one is flat down. This one is raised here, and this one is raised right here. So I don't always raise everything. And then these little tiny flowers, they cut out so easily with the die. And I just added those. And then for the bling, I added holographic resin dots, which is from the suite of Celebratory Sips, which is in the main catalog, the yearly catalog. So I'll hold that up so you can see it. And those were just kind of I don't know, they kind of had a bit of a green-yellow cast to them, and I just thought they worked really well with that. Okay. I'm just waiting for my camera to catch up. Wow, it takes a long time. Okay, I'll bring it down just a little so you can see it. So there is card number 2. So we're mixing and matching. Card number 3, I wanted to show you how you can use this little piece by itself almost, and this piece, okay? So from the paper pack, I just cut strips that were 3/4 of an inch, I think, yeah, 3/4 of an inch, and I just cut those pieces out of this. So I just cut a strip. I die cut this, and then I just cut them even with each other. So they're all the same length. And I even have them going all the same way. So this short strip is on top on all of them. Okay, now this I just took apart, and I just started, I laid it here, cut it off, laid it down again, except for this one. So this is this bottom piece, you can see right there. And I had this piece left because I also used this piece over here. So we've used the top, the bottom, this side top piece, and then I cut off this one and added it to this little stem on this one. I think it's that one. No, it's this piece. Okay, so I cut off that piece. So it's this one, but this extra leaf. And I just put those together. Okay? So, you know, try it. What have you got to lose? I thought it came out pretty good. And then I use these Secret Sea dots that are Sparkle Dot Essence Essentials. Sparkle Dot Essentials. And this is in the January through April mini catalog. And they're on page 64 if you have your catalog already that was mailed to you. They're kind of by themselves. I was surprised that they weren't in with a suite, but they're just kind of by themselves. And they have really pretty colors. They're not very, I'll hold this one up. They're not, I like them because they're not, they've got a little dome to them, but they're not super thick. They're pretty flat. And you know me, I love flat, where you can see the difference. These ones are more, let me see if you can even see that. So these ones have quite a bit of a bump, where these ones are pretty flat. Hopefully you can see the difference. Okay, so as I always do, and thank you for being patient with me. Yesterday was quite busy. Which is your favorite card? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? I'd love to know. And play with your stamps, mix and match them. Try stuff a little different than what you normally would think to do. Think outside the box. And next week, so there's that. And then next week, I'm thinking about using this all in a row embossing folder with the Woolly Friends. I cannot wait to play with the little lamb. And I might even use this Reason to Celebrate stamp set. And then, depending on what I do, I thought that I would do, this is that, and again, if you haven't seen this paper, you can look back, and I have shown it on another previous video. This is December product of the month, okay? And it's called True Blue Florals. And if you spend $75, then you can buy this for $5. You can only buy one. And if it's around next month when they have product of the month and you spend $75, you could buy it again for $5. Or you could buy whatever is going to be available in January for the product of the month, which is not always just going to be paper. Okay, so it'll be a multitude of things. So I can't wait to see what it is. I don't know either. And I hope you guys have a great weekend to the rest of your weekend. And I will see you next Friday. Bye-bye.